Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I want to talk about a book that completely changed the way I look at humanity, Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind, by Yuval Noah Harari. Now, some of you might be thinking, history books are boring, full of dates and facts. But trust me, this one is different. Harari doesn't just give you dates or kings and battles. He explains why humans are the way we are, how societies were built, and how our past shapes the world we live in today. Let's start at the very beginning. Harari opens with the cognitive revolution about 70,000 years ago. This is when Homo sapiens started thinking differently, when humans could imagine things that didn't physically exist. Shared myths like gods, nations, money, and laws allowed humans to cooperate in larger groups than any other species. That's huge. Before that, humans were just another animal trying to survive. After that, humans became a force capable of shaping the entire planet. Even today, this ability to believe in shared myths still shapes our lives. Money, for instance, doesn't exist physically. It's just paper or numbers on a screen, but we all agree it has value. Corporations aren't real entities, yet we treat them like they are. Entire economies run on these shared beliefs. Harari wants us to understand this. Human societies are built on stories, and believing in them gives us power. Next, the agricultural revolution, about 12,000 years ago. Most people assume farming was a huge step forward. Harari challenges that. Yes, farming allowed humans to produce more food, but it also trapped people in long hours of hard labor and created inequality. Hunter-gatherers may have lived freer, healthier lives than early farmers. Progress isn't always what it seems. Sometimes, by trying to control nature, we end up controlling ourselves, and not in a good way. Then comes the unification of humankind. Empires, trade, and religions connected people across continents. Shared myths, religion, money, laws, became the glue holding societies together. These myths are invisible, yet powerful. Millions of people obey systems based purely on collective belief. The more people believe, the stronger the systems become. This changes how you see everything from politics to your daily life. The scientific revolution, starting about 500 years ago, is where things get fascinating. Science wasn't just about discovering facts. It was about admitting ignorance and using knowledge to change the world. That curiosity gave humans unprecedented power, but with power comes consequences. Industrialization, capitalism, and imperialism brought wealth, but also inequality and environmental destruction. Harari shows the dark side of progress, and that honesty makes the book gripping. What makes Sapiens remarkable is its confrontation of uncomfortable truths. Humans are brilliant, creative, and intelligent, but also destructive, selfish, and cruel. We dominate the planet, yet our success comes at enormous costs to other humans, animals, and the environment. It makes you question your place in the world and your impact, even as an individual. Harari also makes you rethink happiness. Despite technological progress, humans aren't necessarily happier than our ancestors. We often trade simple contentment for stress, anxiety, and dissatisfaction. Being smarter and more powerful doesn't automatically make life better. Reading this makes you reflect on your choices, how much of what we do is truly for our well-being, and how much is following systems we barely question. Then, the future. Harari talks about genetic engineering, artificial intelligence, and bioengineering. Humans may no longer be Homo sapiens as we know them. It's speculative, yes, but thrilling. It forces us to ask, what does it mean to be human? What kind of future do we want? And what role will ethics and morality play in shaping that future? These are questions we cannot ignore, and Harari makes us face them. To be honest, the book isn't perfect. Some arguments are sweeping, some feel speculative, and sometimes he jumps quickly between ideas. If you want precise historical facts, it might frustrate you. But that's not the point. Harari wants perspective. He wants you to see patterns, connections, and consequences. He wants you to think critically, not just memorize. What I love most is how Sapiens changes the way you view life. Society, politics, religion, even your daily habits, they all look different after reading it. It forces reflection, and reflection changes you. By the end, you realize it's not just history, it's a mirror. It's asking, who are you? Who are we as a species? Where are we going? So the bottom line, Sapiens is bold, provocative, and deeply thought-provoking. It challenges assumptions, forces reflection, and leaves you thinking long after the book is closed. It's not light reading. It's not casual entertainment. It's a book that pushes you to think, question, and reflect. After reading Sapiens, you'll never look at the world or yourself the same way again. It makes you question the stories you believe, the systems you follow, and the future you want to create. Pick it up, read it, reflect, and challenge yourself. You'll come away smarter, more aware, and more thoughtful about humanity and your place in it. Thank you for listening. Remember, it's not just about reading history. It's about understanding humanity, and that, more than anything, makes this book unforgettable.